Good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the world. My name is Doug Brunke. I'm the founder and CEO of Global Chamber. This is a special program today. We're always at the intersection of economic development, business, and real estate. And today we're going to put that triangle square on the world map with China well inside because Daniel Cheng has been involved with China for many years and doing a variety of really great activity. And you're going to hear more about that today and understand more, not only what he's doing, but hopefully find ways to plug in. Jim and Ellen are here. Thank you both for your leadership. James Wong and Ellen Su are both real estate experts, global real estate experts, and we really appreciate your leadership and all your guidance in terms of bringing the business community in to some of these opportunities and bringing them more deals, and for the real estate community to be involved with Global Chamber. Thank you both. Jim, would you like to make some opening comments? You've known Daniel for quite a while. You've admired him from first afar and now close up. You've seen a lot of what he's been doing, and even you've said you're probably going to learn some things today. He just got back from China, so undoubtedly we'll hear some really fresh news.
Yeah, thank you, Doug, and thank you for putting the platform together. Daniel and I've known each other for a couple years, and I always say, when people talk and share, I go, let me verify. So I did fly out to see him in Carolina and Raleigh. And I was like, wow, Daniel is really the man, where he shared an event at the governor's mansion. And there was so many economic development. There were so many leaders, developers, government officials, that everyone spoke so highly of Daniel, of what he's done for the Carolinas, bringing so much business that I know I'm going to take away a little of your thunder. I didn't know Daniel pretty much single-handedly brought so much Chinese business to it, because he also was president of other associations that I'll share. But I'll just say Daniel's the real deal. Everyone should catch up and talk to Daniel because of his opportunities and connections and relationships he has. So, I can't speak so much about him. And he did take me a tour of his alma mater at Duke too. So that was great. That I think commercial real estate pays a lot more than being a professor. So, thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Jen, for your introduction.
Ellen, I think Ellen is someone you're familiar with as well. Ellen does some work on the continent, and she's here in North America as well. Ellen, what's been your interaction with Daniel so far?
Well, I've known Daniel through the introduction of James, and of course, he is the leader for the Renaissance Global Group for the Asian community. And we've had a lot of interactions discussing about bringing various different investors to North Carolina, also expanding across North America, and also possibly into like other countries around the world. But currently, right now, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. He knows a lot. He knows a lot of Asian company, and he has brought a lot of Asian companies into the U.S., especially North Carolina, to set up. So if you guys are in the North Carolina area, please reach out to him. On top of that, he's also not only expanding, he's also expanding into other states and also other countries. So those people who are interested in working with Asian companies, please reach out to Daniel. And I'm happy to have a short introduction to Daniel too. Daniel is the founder and chairman for Duca Real Estate and Consulting Service. And he's the vice president of EXP Commercial and chairman of the North Carolina Chinese Business Association. And he works at the intersection of commercial real estate, capital markets, foreign direct investment, industrial development, 3PL logistics, site selection, and business acquisition. And his role really extends beyond the traditional brokerage. He advises on clients throughout the full investment cycle, from the U.S. market entry planning and location strategy to proper acquisition, leasing, incentives, financing, development, due diligence, closing, and long-term asset management. So that's the reason why we're really fortunate to have Daniel to be here today. So to share, his trip since he just came back from China, and also share with us some of his success stories. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks. Doug, do you have anything to say before Daniel starts his presentation?
Just really happy to be introduced to Daniel over the past 6 months or so. And then Daniel, thank you for the opportunity to help with your delegation coming up. So I look forward to helping and supporting on that. And just basically all of us are just looking forward to hearing not only about your overall work, but your recent trip and what you have planned. So please go ahead. I know you have a presentation. I presume we'll be listening mostly. I encourage the audience to ideally hold your questions, but if you have a question, feel free to raise your hand, and then certainly we'll have time at the end of his presentation. So please go ahead. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Doc, for giving me this opportunity. It's my honor to do this presentation. And I really appreciate James and Alan's, excellent introduction. It looks like, not me, really. Thank you so much. But really, we have been friends for so long. And Doc, thank you for your introduction to those people that I met in Select USA in the past May. Those are fantastic people, and I really hope to working with them in the future. So, as we just mentioned, since I just came back from China, and then the main purpose was to recruit the companies, especially the manufacturer company and the 3PL company to settle down in United States. So today, without giving me this topic about the FDI, site selection and industrial real estate lending, so I'm going to share about some of my experience and also some of my case studies. So let me see. Okay, so here is a little bit about my background, since Alan already mentioned that. So currently, I should put CCIM here as well. If allowed, then let me briefly introduce this organization, so-called NCCBA, North Carolina Chinese Business Association. We were established in 2004, and then 2 years ago, James Wan came to join our 20-year anniversary in the governor's mansion. With that, we so-called, the mission is so-called NBA, Networking Bridge Assistance. So N means networking, just like the event that James attended. In 2019, we had the 15-year anniversary in the governor's mansion as well. And then the governor, this is the governor, North Carolina governor, joined us. And with that event, more than 200 entrepreneurs and then more than 30 government officials joined us to recognize our contribution to bring the business to North Carolina. So by doing this kind of networking event, right now we have a monthly event this next Friday, we invite the NC Port officials to give us a presentation. Anyone, if local, welcome to join us as well. By doing this kind of the networking event, we give our members opportunity to collaborate, to know each other, and then to help each other. So the second is called B, means bridge. So we bridge the government, we bridge the funding and projects, we bridge, the Chinese company to the American companies. So just like this picture, I have to set up some sister city and then franchise city. So these are two mayors, like when we brought them over North Carolina. And then A means assistant. So this is the EDPNC's chairman. And then just like the last picture over here, we host so many events that to assist those company to grow up, to come to North Carolina to settle down, or to the whole nationwide to settle down. So basically, we have kept this mission for 22 years. So by providing this kind of service that we collaborate, just we mentioned that EDPNC, April is one of the CPA company, and then Parker Paul is one a law firm. And we know like EXP, doing this kind of real estate, right? And then Duca and then Lin West, is my partner. Lin West brought more than 30, I think, $3 billion of US dollars of the manufacturer to settle down in North Carolina. He mainly doing the site selections. Gray is the construction companies. Others, the HR, the management company. So we have so many members that under our association. And we definitely welcome everyone to join our association as well. So here is the event that we just hosted in February in the governor's mansion. So this picture, due to my contribution to North Carolina, this Secretary of State sent my personal award, and then also sent an award for my organization. So I just mentioned that, I just came back from China 2 weeks ago. So the main purpose was to collaborate with the EDPNC, with NC Ports, and then with 2 US consulates to host 2 EDP events. So here, this one is in Shenzhen, and then this guy is from the Guangzhou US consulate. US consulate in Guangzhou, he's the business consulate. And then we had one event in Shenzhen, that's in March 21st. And then also we host another event in Shanghai. And then because this event is inside the consulate, so we were not allowed to take pictures, but this is just a private picture. So this one is the consulate, a business consulate, and then this is one company that owner that I help them to settle down in North Carolina, by. And the last person, is the EDP in China. So for this company, when I think maybe I can take this opportunity to talk about our service, because for this person, before he came here, we help them to contact the U.S. consulate visa office, and then help him to get a visa. And then when he settled down here, I help him to do the site selection, do all those kind of real estate transactions. And right now I'm managing the project. And then also they want to set up an industrial park. And because of that, last year when we host one EDP event in China, we also host another EDP event in his company. And then when I went back to USA, he purchased a same airline ticket on the same flight as me. So on his way back to USA, he received a very big contract to be signed with Boeing. So we helped to put this signing ceremony in the governor's mansion. And because of that, he liked me so much that asked his residential realtor, saying that just using my home as a center, only purchase only choose those houses within 1 mile radius. Eventually, he purchased a house just 0.7 miles away from me. So this is some of the companies we help them to settle down, and we become lifetime friends. And then besides doing this kind of EDP events, 65 company attend our events. Besides that, we did some site tour on several companies. As you see, these are is a car manufacturer, and also this is a power manufacturer. They are coming here, power component manufacturer. And also, I besides went to China in July, I also went to China in March. So this is the chamber in China, and then they invite me to attend this event. She personally owns 69 industrial park in China. Within it, more than 60,000 companies are in his industrial park. And then in this chamber itself, more than 25 companies, more than 25 members. I think more than have the annual revenue about 10 billion, I think about 5 billion, like kind of size, just one, just this is one chamber. So yeah, she invited me to be one of the keynote speaker because at very beginning, she only want to invite me and another one from Hong Kong, but the U.S. government told like, yeah, you should not just invite two persons due to the relationship between China and the USA. So eventually, she invited several other people to join us as well. Anyway, so this is also in March that I attend. This is the Auto Parts Association, like they have a trade show. They invite me as a VIP. And then, yeah, in this trip, I visit, they have a permanent trade show hallway in Shanghai. So this time I tour their building. Right now, they have more than 1,600 companies already join them. They are going to have more than 2,000 by the end of this year, and then eventually more than 10,000 manufacturer companies to join this exhibition hall. And then, yeah, this one is also with them. This is one of the companies, like, yeah, I'm helping them. Jewelry, as you can see, yeah, they just signed one contract. The size is 1.465 billion US dollars, just one contract. And then they signed the sixth contract starting from last November. So, this is their chairman. And the chairman not only helped host me in his company, but also did a site visit together with me, spending 3 hours together with me. The next day, the site visit, those sightseeing in Yantai. So besides that, this one is Golden Home. Right now, Golden Home, I visit them in Xiamen, the headquarters in March. And then because the CEO is in Dallas, so after I came back, I visit him as well. And then after that, right now they are inviting me to be in charge of their industrial park and then the headquarters set up. And then this one is the trade department in Shandong. So this, he's the president. He already brought so many delegation to USA in the last several years, and I made that delegation so many times. So this time I went to visit them, and then he's going to bring more delegations coming. And this one is one company that I visit in this trip. Like they are doing chemical collections, get chemical filters, because in the power generation, the air has a lot of pollutions. So in the final stage that they need to filter out those kind of pollutions. This is the company that doing this. We are helping them. And this is the paper manufacturer. And then this is a law firm. So this law firm, there are so many other companies that are coming. So, with this, people will be asking, why so many Chinese companies are doing this kind of US expansion right now. So the first, because there are 3 tiers of reasons. From the corporate itself, the corporate right now, they have such a big power of manufacture. And then also due to the tariff, due to, the AI, right now, the labor force has significantly reduced. So because we know the labor in USA is so expensive. So with this, so the company has their need to get out. Also, for a Chinese company, a Chinese government is supporting this because, in one province, like they were saying, like, in 2023, they raised this policy, like we want to generate another GDP. I think that's the largest GDP producer in China. And then the governor of a province say have this policy, like we want to have another GDP because the GDP is already so huge. How can they have another GDP? So the only way is to push this kind of manufacturer company out. And then also we know that US government is also supporting this because they are attracting all this kind of manufacturer back. So because of this, then we generate a lot of this kind of real estate needs. So we are doing this kind of bridge and doing this kind of site selections, incentive applications, capital structures. That's the core message for today. So, however, for the Chinese manufacturers company, you know, when they want to come here, they also have a lot of challenges. Especially, you know, they didn't realize that, you know, in the United States, you have to obey the law, and then you have to have very good contract, especially because in China, you know, government is so powerful. So a lot of things they rely on government. However, in United States, it's weak. It's completely different from China. And the labor cost, obviously, they are still labor cost is so huge. And also the tax situation, environmental issue, you know, the cultural difference, IP, all these kind of issues are their challenges. So that's how we help them to resolve those kind of challenges. Because they have challenges, then we have the opportunity to provide service. And then, so for the site selections, you know, for when those companies come into the United States, when we help them to do this kind of site selection, we usually help them to decide, you know, what's the tax, what do they have their labor like they want, what kind of the labor cost, how is the business environment, especially to treat Chinese companies. Is it Chinese company friendly? You know, what's the union rate? Yeah, you know, how close is to their customer, to their suppliers? You know, what's the logistic? And then what kind of incentive they can get? All this kind of criteria. Then we ask them to give us their criteria, and also we ask them to give us their weight. And we will give them a weighted score because we are using our, you know, underlying database to do every criteria to do some study, and then eventually give them a weighted score to give based on a fact, like they are helping to do this kind of site selections. Also, you know, this is the industrial real estate checklist. Yeah, where the landing, the zoning, you know, the building specs, the utilities, especially right now, the power is definitely a limitation because, yeah, a lot of manufacturers, they need a big power. But yeah, we know USA right now, the power is definitely a limitation. How is the logistic, the environment, and how is the timeline? We help them to do this kind of checklist. So especially, you know, right now, the Chinese company, yeah, the government may not allow them to have the money to get out. So in such a case, how can we resolve the issue? We usually, you know, separate them into three components. Yeah, one is the real estate building. So yeah, for the real estate, at the very beginning, they can, you know, just lease from some company. Yeah, and then, you know, by doing this, the upfront, the money will be less. Yeah, and then, you know, but yeah, we can invite some US company or some US fund to hold this, to purchase this building and this to learn. Definitely, I want to invite people. Yeah, you know, if you have this kind of funding or you are a builder, yeah, definitely we can work together because yeah, just lease them to learn. You know, ask them to sign 10 years, 15 years, or 17 years. This kind of lease, give them the lease to own option, you know, within 3 to 5 years, they have the option to purchase because after they accumulate them funding, then they can purchase at that time. So by separating that, you know, the upfront money will be significantly reduced. Also, yeah, for this equipment, that will be another company because they can get their equipment from China or they may have this equipment by themselves. So they don't need to spend this kind of US money to do this kind of purchase, this equipment. And then the only money that they really need to spend is the operation company. So for this operation, you know, maybe just 1/3 of the total fund. And then by doing this, you know, right now with US in the United States right now, you know, we can also help them to raise funds. Like if they are able to provide at least 25% of the fund, then we can help them, you know, raise funds for the rest of 75% of the fund, like yeah, just for this operating part. So, but by doing this, then the fund from them will be really reduced. But definitely we can, yeah, if some partner from USA will definitely help them to do the due diligence regarding these companies' credit in China. So by doing this is how we help them, you know, this company. Then we help some company to set up their headquarters, the office buildings. And then we do have some retail company, grocery store to lending. And then, you know, especially the 3PL companies like the warehouse, I'm going to get a lot of 3PL facility. We already have a lot. I'm going to show some example. But in the next 2 years, I think that will be my major task. And then also we have some cold storage. That kind of seafood company that they need those kind of storage, food storage, food processing facility. We help the manufacturer doing those kind of site selections. And then the industrial park, we are doing this kind of JV and tenant recruitment. So the first example here, is that Vision, this company, I think, it's about 20 billion US dollars size or 30, something like that. They have more than, they have offices in more than 100 countries. And right now they have the factory in more than 10 countries. So they are trying to settle down. First, I help them to settle down their headquarters. And besides that, I help them to get some exhibition hall in California. And right now, we are going to help them to get some manufacture space in North America, including North Carolina as well. And for this Go Fresh, this is a grocery store chain, like the Asian grocery store chain. They owns more than 15 grocery store from Miami all the way to Boston. So I help them lease a store in Cary, North Carolina, and then besides that, there's another project I help them that I'm going to show them next. So here is the 3PL. I help a lot of these kind of 3PL companies to settle down in Savannah, and then in Texas, and then right now, one project, active project in LA, and then this is the Memphis. I help the seafood wholesaler. I help them to settle down in Memphis. And then this one is the food processing company. I just said that because this is the same owner who owns 15 grocery store, because I have them purchase 50,000 square feet of the industrial space, and then they convert it as a food processing, food distribution center, because North Carolina is so central. It is 11 hours to Boston. And this side, from this side. And then from this side, 11 hours to Miami, and less than 11 hours to Chicago, to Atlanta, because for, those truck drivers, 11 hours is a threshold. If they drive 12 hours, you need to pay them 2 days salary. But driving 11 hours, you only need to pay them, 1 day salary. So that's the reason why North Carolina is so central, because I think 2/3 of the U.S. population are alone in the East Coast. And this is one sample project that I helped this manufacturer to land it. This is the company I mentioned at the very beginning. And besides helping one and another individual company to settle down, right now, we are helping this company to set up their industrial park, and this is the project that I'm helping them for one of our clients. So besides that, we are also doing some of the luxury home community. This is my listing, and then also the multifamily development project. This is in Winston-Salem. For this, either to straight sell or we can find some JV partners. And then, here are some of my previous clients. Here majority are on the office and the retail side. These are the industrial, the 3PL warehouse. These are the manufacturers, and we have more. And then these are some of the projects that my partner have to settle down. So I think hope that I didn't take too much time beyond the time. Thank you, Doug. That's my presentation. Thank you for your listening. If you have questions, just feel free to ask your question. Thank you.
What an amazing information that you've shared today. Could you tell us a little bit more about the environment that you're seeing You've been involved for quite a while. How has the interaction between these companies in the US changed over time? When did it actually start? And then, how are the geopolitics of the situation influencing the activity right now? I'm really just so positively influenced by your enthusiasm and the progress that you're making. It just gives us hope that so much is possible. Congratulations on the progress. I'm curious to see how things have evolved for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Lenovo right now has their global headquarters in North Carolina. They purchased one division from IBM in 2007. And then Lenovo is always one of our board members starting from day one. So, starting from there, obviously we can see the relationship between China, even going to, I think, 2016 are so friendly. But after, 2017, starting from those kind of tariff, then the situation becomes tight and tight. So right now, the situation really is not easy, especially from the federal level. However, when we're going to recruit the company doing this kind of EDP events, the local government, not only from the state level, but also from the city, the county level, they have a lot of freedom. And then, not every city, not every county are so friendly. Some are very friendly. So we are working with those friendly counties. And right now, China, North Carolina, if we are not the number one state to be most friendly to Chinese companies, at least they should be on the top three. Last year and this year, North Carolina is the only state going to China to do the EDP events. We are the only state going China to do these kind of EDP events. So, by doing this, we have to say the relationship right now, getting tighter, but we do have more opportunity, especially with this, that will give us as a consultant more opportunity to service these companies. Thank you, Doc.
Amazing. What other states do you feel are more receptive than others to become more involved?
I think maybe Arizona, that kind of state.
Okay, that's an interesting choi's. They're very deeply connected to Taiwan and the success of Taiwan, and so that does that create some additional challenges, though, right?
Because from the state level, they don't care whether it's Taiwan or China. So it's good for us.
Okay. Yeah. Ellen, how do you manage through that? I guess it's less of an issue in Canada in terms of Taiwan, China.
I think it's less of an issue, but definitely I can say the Canadian government definitely opening up to working more and more in terms of trades, in terms of opportunities with Asian companies. So they're not really limiting to Taiwan, China. They're really opening up to all the other countries. So Asian countries, because they wanted to sort of diversify so they don't depend as much trade with the US. They want to diversify with other countries. So we're seeing more and more activities, for that. And of course, as you know, our prime minister is really close with the European countries too. So they're also opening up those type of opportunities. And I mentioned before, there's going to be an investment forum that's coming up in September for Canada, which the federal government is hosting. So that's going to be something that they're going to be discussing on some of the larger infrastructure project, the private partnership, private-public partnership. So that's something that it's a little bit different than down there, but I think we're just opening up opportunities with other countries too. Yeah. Yeah, and Doug, go ahead with if you have any other questions for Daniel. Yeah.
We're just going to open up the floor for everyone, but I was curious. A lot of what you talked about, Daniel, was related to finding opportunities for these companies coming over. So I'm wondering, it sounds like when you talked about services in terms of your profile and the work that you're doing, I'm assuming maybe the Duca Real Estate and Consulting Services are the consulting services a bit beyond what a normal real estate company would be involved with. It sounds like it's a far-reaching or consulting services. Could you tell us a little bit more about the kinds of work that you specifically are doing, and then how do you use partners in all that?
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So for Duca Consulting, mainly, we also doing those kind of site selection services. And besides that, we help a lot of Chinese company that they want to doing their sales to here. Right now, I'm representing, several of the auto parts, and then several of the, construction material company, especially the stainless steel company, stainless steel pipe company. Like, I think, anyone interested on this, we have the welding material project. We already got all those certification in the United States. And then at James also known that, I'm helping one of those kind of the wastewater treatment company to coming to United States, because right now we know, for those rural area, like if the city sewer is not able to get into there, then the land will be less value. And then with this, people have to use the septic tank. However, for septic tank, you have to, either 1 acre, 2 acre, or 3 acre that you can build one house, right? So the density is so low. So by introducing one, a container size of a wastewater treatment, equipment, that will be able to supply for 30 houses. Just that kind of size of equipment will be able to service 30 houses. And that's one company, I'm also helping them. And besides that, there's another company that, anyone that, if you meet me between March and now, you will see that I reduced, 11 pounds. And also my waist was reduced by 3 inches. And that was because, I'm helping one company that, they are doing this kind of healthcare product. They help the diabetes patients to, cure their diabetes. They already cure more than 2 million patients that by adjusting their, lifestyle, by adjusting their food, this kind of adjustment, and then by doing this kind of exercise, then just by within 6 months, I'm able to have such a good effect. So I'm working with basically to answer your question, for a lot of companies, like we may just get some consulting fee, we may just get in this kind of real estate transaction service fee commission, but for some company, if when they come here, they like me, and then they want me to be their partner. Sometimes I will see if the product have a very good future, and also the owner is very friendly. It's good. Then we may just jump in to get some ownership from those companies. Basically, that's my collaboration method right now. But definitely, we are inviting a lot of companies are looking for some partners. So if anyone interested with partner these kind of companies, let me know. Then I can help to bridge.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for the list of the ones that are coming. You've got a group of almost 10 people coming up, and we're going to be happy to help. Jim or anyone else, do you have any questions? I think I see a question from Nicole. Would you like to open up your mic and just ask the question directly?
Nicole, do you have your question?
I think she.
I'm here.
You're there. Okay. Hi, Nicole.
Hello, hello. So, Daniel, I was curious, is there an appetite for investments in the US, particularly in North Carolina, with sustaining food sources, ag type deals? I have some clients that have been global operators and developers for other fisheries around the world that are trying to reproduce that here in the United States to create more of a self-sustaining food source for the United States.
Yeah. That's definitely that's very hot topic right now. I think we can talk offline, for that, more detail. I do have some company approach me about that.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'll shoot my information over to you then.
Sure. Thank you.
And Daniel, one question for me. So I know with the U.S., China, and the tariffs, besides the U.S., since this is global chamber, where else is the China investment going to? What other countries?
Yeah, for those right now, obviously, the Southeastern Asia is the hottest area right now because it is so close to China, and then the relationship is more friendly. So a lot of people are going there.
I would like to ask Daniel a question. My name is David Hyun. The most important statement you have made in your presentation is that little pin on your jacket. That pin says CCIM, correct?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Ellen Sue is a CCIM. I am a CCIM from Arcadia, California. That little pin is a global pin, but it also represents the elite of real estate executives in the United States. Every major real estate company has that, the executives have that pin. For you to discover the CCIM pin and endeavor to take the journey to take the 4 classes, correct? You took the 4 classes, you passed the final exam, you submitted a portfolio of a track record is very, very commendable. So I wanted to say welcome to the United States. I think you've done everything to create a friendly environment for your company, Duca, and you're an excellent presenter. So I wanted to say hi.
Thank you. Yeah. Nice to meet you, David.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Other than Arizona, other opportunities, other regions, what about Mexico? And then some other states as well. We're
And
happy
Doug,
to work with you on that.
I think Steve has a talk too, and I think from Germany.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steve, yeah, please.
Yeah.
German,
So,
how's
你好,
how's your German?
Hey, Steve.
你好嘛?
Yeah, good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, 你好，我很好，谢谢。
No, I had a question basically from have you noticed what was the biggest change that you've noticed before COVID, during COVID, and now after COVID as far as the business concerned? What changes? Just for an example, right before COVID, I was in the US visiting GSK and their headquarters in Philadelphia. Huge building, just completed a new building. And right directly after COVID, I spoke with them and they said, "Hey, do you remember the new building that you were at?" And I said, "Yeah. Well, it's basically almost completely empty now. Now that we finished the building and got everybody in, now we had to get everybody out." And I know a lot of offices, buildings, the way people were working has changed. How has that affected your business? And as far as the way you're doing different types of companies you've targeted?
Yeah, you asked a very good question. Like, in the commercial real estate field, basically, as we all know, like, the office has been significantly, affected. I helped one of my clients purchase an office building in 2021. And then, after COVID, obviously, the price has been reduced. But the good thing is that, my client was getting, 8 to 10% of cap in the last 5 years, so he got all those kind of money, very good cash flow with 2.9% of the interest when he got the loan. So anyway, we can see, that's one change. And besides that, as we all know, AI, was coming in COVID. So AI is going to change so many things right now. Yeah, it's already changing so many things, and it's going to keep changing. In the future, you almost don't need any parking space. No one needs the car, right? Yeah, and then the parking ratio will definitely be changed. That kind of rule will be changed. Yeah, so a lot of things is going to change. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 谢谢.
Thank you.
I would like to say something to Stephen Strittmatter. When I was in graduate school at USC, School of Architecture, studied under a German professor who created the general panel system. His name was Konrad Wachsmann. And he taught at the graduate level that the way to be productive was number 1, planning, number 2, preparation, number 3, production, number 4, precision. All of those components of planning, preparation, production, and precision embodies everything of the German product like Mercedes-Benz. The Chinese have adopted the same methodology. I am so impressed with the rapid recovery of mainland China. You go to any one of their countries like Beijing or Shanghai or others, they build some of the most powerful bridges in the world that shows technology far superseding anything we've done here in America. So I want to compliment the Chinese culture, the Chinese education, very similar to what I believe is a German methodology, culture, and education. But behind it all, the most amazing thing is that Daniel has taken the effort to get it and earn his CCIM pin. It identifies him as a leader in America at the same standards of our corporate executives in America. So all I can say is if I can refer business to Daniel, no problem. If Daniel can refer business to Ellen, Sue, and me, no, we welcome it. And if we can ever find a way to refer business to you, Stefan, I just want to compliment the German methodology, the German culture. It's you have changed the world.
Thank you, Didi. Yeah, China actually is one of the, next to the US, it's actually one of the most important trading partners. Also reverse as well. I think Germany is one of the larger trading partners with China next to the US.
Oh, thank you guys. We're running out of time, so wonder if we could get a closing comment from Daniel. What would you like to leave us with? Is there any help that you need? Could you make a closing comment, please?
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, spending your time. With closing, I want to give you an example, and then, using this as a closing, and then, to answer Doc's question. So in March, when I visited China, that is even a small city. Because to visit one of my partners. And then one morning when I wake up, I found my laptop cord died. So because I need to do a presentation, so I went to the front desk to ask, can I borrow your laptop cord to recharge my laptop? And then the lady just used my phone, the one app in my phone, to place an order. Within 20 minutes, I received that laptop cord. Within 20 minutes, you can see, and then the charge is $7, less than $7, including the cord itself, including the shipping fee, less than $7. So, United States has its advantage. China has its advantage. We really hope to bridge this both of the advantage, and then bring this kind of benefit to the American citizens, because right now in China, everyone is experiencing this kind of speed, and they feel it's so normal. But as we know, right now we do not have that yet. So obviously, in order to achieve this, we need everyone's contribution. We need everybody's help. And I really look forward to work with everybody, and then keep in touch. Just ping me, and then let's reach offline. Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you. We will. Daniel and Ellen, what would you like to say in final conclusion, please?
Says James, James.
Okay. Well, I think I'll just say thank you, Daniel, again for your presentation. I really appreciate you sharing all your success story and also the process, how you bring all these partners and also all these companies into North Carolina and maybe all across North America. So looking forward to touch base with you and then continue the conversation for all the different things. And of course, if anybody's interested in learning more about it, reach out to Daniel. He's always looking for good partners and good people to work with. And I can attest to Daniel is an amazing person. So so if any of you are interested, please reach out. And thank you for sharing with us your success stories, Daniel. And Jim, do you have anything for the closing? Thank you.
James, you're mute.
Yeah, I just say it's a global world. Don't be in a bubble. Go travel. Find out what's going on outside your own state, your own country, to other worlds and other countries. That's how you're going to grow and understand how everything works, to connect the dots and really be open-minded and embrace people's cultures and identities. It's very important. So I just want to leave with that. And Daniel, thank you for all the great work. I know with Global Chamber and many others that want to plug in, I know you have so many relationships working with others. It's a win-win. So thank you for sharing today.
Thank you so much. And Doc, I will reach out to you regarding the visa, the invitation later. Thank you so much for offering that. Thank you.
We can help. Next week, we have a semiconductor-focused event. There's a couple things happening next week. One is we have Senator Mark Kelly and Global Chamber are teaming up to help American companies get connected into the semiconductor supply chain, largely TSMC, but more holistically overall. So next Wednesday, we actually have a meeting with the senator, a working group that he has started with Global Chamber, and we're going to have a preview of that next Wednesday morning. And besides that, we have Semicon for the Taiwan Semicon is coming up on September 2nd through 4th. And so we have a couple people who are attending that. There's 100 people traveling to that from Arizona only. And so there's a lot going on in the semiconductor industry headed over between the US and Asia, and we'll have a preview of that next week as well. Thanks, everybody. Daniel, you're amazing. Look forward to working.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.